The ET Grand Final of the Crossfire Intel Challenge 7. It's Rockit versus Dignitas, and we are going live in 4, 3, 2, 1. We are fight. Here we go with Rockit coming from the winner bracket, having won against to make odds even in the winner bracket final yesterday. Dignitas were down in the loser bracket final, courtesy of that same team, but they beat the Poles today with a 4-0 close and tense match. But now we have a thrilling little scenario. We've built ourselves a mini stage to accommodate that, well, quite literally the millions of people that have tried to come here, and we have to just quickly make 1 or 2 adjustments to please them. Some of them are from the north of England and thus have a history of violence, and we need to quickly resolve that. So we're going to up our game sounds for them, for fear of our life. Or he's going to try and do it there. That's probably a better idea. Up goes the game sounds there, and we'll find out whether that does them any good. And here we go. If it is too big on the stream, you can message someone in #QuadV and tell them, and they'll fix it. Here we go. Ferris picks himself up 1. Matthias is there. Xylos gets himself a poke around the corner. And now Mies will drop round the back. Lineups for you in this final. It is Mies, Xylos, Winghaven, Clown, and Mouse for Rockit. Dignitas lining up with Reload, aka Anderson, Drago, Knight, Matthias, and Ferris. Ferris, Mr. I'm good at every game, has been struggling in this tournament actually to really land his shots. So be interested to see whether he can pull this one off. On stream 2 at the same time, you can watch the Call of Duty semi-final. But let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to do that. You want to stay with the big boys here in the ET final. As we'll be bringing you the COD final afterwards. Then we have the award ceremony as well. So still lots and lots to come from the Crossfire Intel Challenge. We'd like to give a big thank you to Intel for making all of this possible, as well as support from Blockbusters and PCs from DreamHack. Here we go. Dignitas have struggled thus far here on Braundorf to collect the flag. I can tell you that it was Dignitas that picked this map, and Rockit have picked the other map, which is Supply Depot. Hey, Dignitas fought. Shots coming through as Reload is on the prowl. As Drago taking damage. And it will be a push coming on through now. As have to disappoint those in the front row. We do have to drop those game sounds. As Knight's double panther clears out Clown and Mies as they make their way forward. It's going to be Mies to nade over the top. Mouse is going to dart through and hold on for Rockit as they look to savor this moment. Xylos's rifle is trained on this front entrance where he spies 2 Dignitas players. One of them is Matthias, gone. The other one is Drago, gone. Xylos controls this main entrance. As we are live in the ET final of the Crossfire Intel Challenge 7. I doubt anyone on the stream heard me for the past 2 minutes, as I just noticed the monitors saying that the game sounds were as loud as me. As here we go now with a few shots down towards the main entrance. It's Drago and Matthias who pick up the frags. Clown still defending the flag resolutely, and the Axis have got 3 or 4 players up. Mouse is in a bit of trouble here, but seems fine, and Rockit are looking good. Remember, Rockit coming from the winner bracket, they only need to win 1 match. Dignitas would have to take us to a double game, and I have to say, before this 4-minute start here on Braundorf first stage, I thought Dignitas were going to take us to a second set. I was thinking I might review that statement now, as we are up and away here with Mouse looking good. Reload starts well. Knight gets himself dispatched as well. The 2 Estonians are down and out. Xylos's rifle nade has got the frag onto Ferris. It will be Mouse now, looking to get something done. And here comes Ferris. Double ting from Mouse. He's just looking to finish it off. Reload picks up the Thompson frag onto 1. Revive comes in from Mouse onto Winghaven after the TK. Now Reload is trying to get that flag, but he doesn't have the better of Mouse. Knight's got himself a dynamite down with his compatriot, with his friend Drago, and the Allies have taken this first stage. 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go, and Dignitas take the first stage, finally. Now, we do have a big crowd, and I do want to know where, or who do they want to win before they think, who do they think is going to win? Who do you guys want to win out there? Dignitas, more popular than Rockit.
They've constructed a command post.
Why is that? Everyone likes Winghaven and Mouse and Xylos.
Objective destroyed.
Must be Clown.
Planted.
Here we go. We have Dignitas, the crowd favorites for this one. But do you think Dignitas are going to win it? No. Well, Toxic and Evo think yes. The rest think no. Evo tries to change his opinion when he sees everyone says no. Here we go. 6:25 on the clock. Knight makes his way forward. Along the left he goes. 6:18.
Objective destroyed.
The side door is blown. Winghaven to just poke a few shots around the corner. And
construct the command post.
Ferris is on the prowl. Mies picks himself up an MP40 frag onto Drago, and Knight will now focus on side, whilst the remaining Dignitas players will try to get their way in towards this objective. Grenade picked down by Clown. Clown dropped them by Xylos' rifle nade. And Reload is looking up the top. Xylos looks to make amends. Reload's only got himself 6 bullets left. Picks up an MP40 on the floor to give himself more firepower. Xylos' grenade kills and Gibbs 1. Mies, who's made a pretty seamless and impressive transition into this Rockit team, is on the other end. Clown coming from behind. Loses out to Reload. And that's a little bit embarrassing for Clown. And, Reload didn't have the ammo for that fight. Now is on the prowl again. Reload, who's been playing very well for the Dignitas side, who, to be fair, the reason I think they're going to do well in this game is because I think they're very comfortable. They've been on those same PCs since this morning, playing anything from ET to Quake, and they've really been set up nicely for this final. Winghaven makes his way across now. It will be Revive coming in. Dynamite is yellow on the bottom. Mattias' knife does the trick. And now it's Squall, who's not going to get it. Sorry, Drago, who is going to stop the Dynamite being planted with that knife frag. Is going to hold on, as it looks like Dignitas aren't going to get this plant this time around. But they do have control of the bunkers. As they try to make their way forward, it will be Mies making his way across. As now there's Mouse coming on forward with a double MP40 frag. And Rockit are making pay to this Dignitas assault and have just about recovered. Here we go, Mies trips a landmine and then, sorry, Squall, Drago trips a landmine and then runs into a grenade. Now tries to make his way before he has to self-kill. Mattias flurrying down the spawn. Mattias, who for me has been the best player on Dignitas. He is constantly top fragging. And he is against the team he left from the last event. Mattias won the Crossfire Pride Fight Challenge 3 way back when with his opposite numbers. Xylos, Winghaven, Clown, and Mouse. He was in that team. He was their friend. And he stabbed them in the back to join Dignitas. And last night, Winghaven made his opinions of that publicly clear. And they are opinions that one should not repeat early on in the afternoon. But they were far from pleasant. Rockit would love to beat Dignitas for reasons other than the big fat check and the fact that they win. Clown, sorry, but Winghaven wants Mattias' blood. Dynamite down on the bottom. Mattias, Thompson frag onto Ferris. Dynamite planted. And again, 2:55 on the clock. This has not been a good assault. GG call from Mies. And that's because there's no ally players alive. They're getting nowhere near. Though you can't really trust a Mies GG, as he did try to GG it against Yo-Yo Tech. To paint the picture for you, the truck was up the hill for Rockit. And Mies says GG, gets up to unplug his PC. And what should happen? But it all gets turned around and Mies is quickly pulled physically down to his seat. And has to keep playing. 9 minutes and 29 seconds the time set. And looking at those stats, it was Mouse leading the way, surprise, surprise, but only a spread of 1k down to Clown, who had half the frags, but only 1,000 less damage. And on that Dignitas side, again, it was Ferris, second bottom to Reload, leading the way. Matthias right in there as well. We're ready to start the second half of map 1. This does not look good, but remember that this is how last year's final went as well. Fight. As we start with Dignitas away. That's right, boys and girls. These two sides are no strangers to one another. Under different names, it was Button Bashers versus Mammoth last CC, and Button Bashers won map 1. They were one map away from victory, coming from the winner bracket. They just needed to win one more map. I think it was Delivery they needed to win, having one Gold Rush. And they blew it. They bottled it. This is a team devoid of all sorts of self-confidence and ego to boost them to grow. When it counts in game, that is. And they are capable of throwing victory away. But they've started well here on map 1. A good defensive time. And now the first stage collected with Clown dynamiting down on the main gate. You're on Quad V from the Crossfire Intel Challenge as
Dynamite planted.
You have to pardon the Freudian slip, as some of us are running on Drago. He's going to get himself that command post, and then gets himself picked off by Xylos, who
Objective destroyed.
Now take a sneak peek down the bottom. Knight is on the prowl. Ferris gets himself the frag onto Mouse. 3 Dignitas players watching main, and at the moment, while side is not destroyed, or built, there won't be too much on side. But command post constructed means that attentions from Rockit will turn to side. That big self-kill will have helped as well. We have ourselves a pause on the Dignitas side, as that we endeavour to find out what's up. As Dignitas pause, either to reset, a bind problem for Dignitas, and Knight is on the prowl. What's he going to do with this dynamite? I don't think much. I think he's on a weapon switch. There you go. He doesn't do anything. Toxic had just given the people in the front row a long lecture of what he was going to do with that dynamite and its tactical importance. But it wasn't anything. Knight picks himself up the rifle, gets himself a frag, and now goes looking for more on the bottom level. Reload is there. Nade up to the left, gets a kill revive. And now we have Mouse pushing in, gets himself the frag onto Knight. Mouse is on the prowl. Xylos. Oh! Goodbye to Xylos' head, but hello to a Dynamite Central as Cloud is about to put the dynamite down, and Rockit are about to rocket their way into a one-map lead. This Dignitas' map, but the next map is Supply Depot, and it's a map that Dignitas, well, they've played before, and maybe, just maybe, they'll be playing this one a little longer. Do not write them off at your peril. Dynamite defused, and Dignitas back in business. 6:35 to go. But their defense folded like a napkin, and you have to fear it might do once again. They're so deep. They fear pushing out towards the side entrance. This is unlike Dignitas. These are the kings, the creators of the push-out and self-kill defense. But now they're relying on Mr. ET to bail them out once more. Winghaven jihads down Drago. As the nades tossed down by Knight, who is ready with his rifle. Pings one in, takes down Xylos, who's undoubtedly going to get a revive. Knight will reload, take aim, and die. Did get himself a frag onto Clown, though. Mouse is chasing from behind. Xylos' rifle from beyond the grave is back. Revive 1, revive 2 from Reload. And Knight will help him out. And it looks like Dignitas are just about holding on. As we have all manner of time left. 5 minutes and 20 seconds. It's an age on Braundorf. It's an absolute age. Because Dignitas have just surrendered so much ground. They're literally on the last line of defense. How they got that dynamite defuse was beyond me. Oh. Ting, ting, ting. The only words that can be describing these right now. Silas and Winghaven both get frags combined with Mouse, and this could be it for Rockit. They have Dignitas now on a long spawn. If they were to capitalize, they'd be in a great position. Drago knows that Mouse is coming because Drago doesn't have much health. Oh! Gets himself a hell of a frag. Follows up with one more onto Mies, and the M&M combination is down. As Matthias also got himself on the board. 4:35 to go. Winghaven picks himself up a Panzer. Drago, double grenade. Winghaven at the moment reduced to one-man Panzers, and the only criticism you can have of Winghaven with that device is that sometimes when it's not hitting, he'll keep going. When he's not delivering the two-mans or following up with the nades, he'll keep going with that Panzer for just a touch too long. 4 minutes and 5 to go.
Dynamite
on board
planted.
with him as the dynamite planted, and I take it all back. That double-man Panzer right on cue stops this Dignitas recovery from getting anywhere. They have to go big. Clown's double grenade lifts it all up tonight. He can't do it. 3:45 was left. Rockit 1, or Rockit 2, Dignitas 0 is the score, winning map 1 with Braundorf out of the way. We head to Knight's back garden. Supply depot. Ferris again, bottom fragging. The man that many thought was the pickup that would lead them to victory is letting them down, as he has done all tournament long. Boy, do they miss Squall. We're on the Crossfire Intel Challenge 7 live from the Wizard Gaming Center here in Enschede, the home of video gaming. That's right. No one knew that Eastern Holland was actually the place where video gaming began. But by the fact that there are hundreds of people gathered around the screen here, it's just proof that Enschede, famous for Grolsch, Steve McLaren, and fireworks, is literally the home of gaming. We are ready to rock and roll. Knight doesn't lose on this map. And Dignitas couldn't pick it. They picked it too many times. But they were bailed by the fact that Rockit did pick it. And here we go now with Dignitas on the Axis side to start. We'll be hoping to pull this one through. But let me rewind the clock to CC6. Let me remind you that we were in this position this time last final. Dignitas, aka Mammoth, lost the first map from the winner's bracket, from the loser bracket. Rockit, then known as Button Bashers, were one map away from victory, and they bottled, they blew it, they capitulated, they failed. Now, they have that chance again. Why? Because of the likes of Knight and Reload, who in the pressure situations deliver. If that Rockit team needed one thing, it's a cheerleader behind them with pom-poms and a short skirt to perk them up and keep them going. Because, let's face it, Clown, he's not the most exciting personality when it comes down to motivating them. 3, 2, 1, we are away. And Let's see whether Rockit can motivate themselves here. Clown with the Panzer. Hits a Hummel as he drops Ferris. Now pushes his way down to the bottom. Will nade up to the top. Doesn't get it.
They've constructed a command post.
And Knight will push along the bottom. Xylos gets a rifle nade that he won't recover from, courtesy of Knights. Interesting little grenade there from the Estonian. 14:15 on the clock. Winghaven makes his way through now. Ferris and Matthews both pick themselves up frags, and Dignitas' defenses held the first minute of attacks from Rockit. Clown is under pressure. Drago makes his way forward. Clown picked off by Matthews there. Now Winghaven under fire from the Finn. Winghaven will love that frag. Here goes Miles now. Nade over the top. A minute and a half to go. A minute and a half played. As the rifle is dropped down from Xylos. He will get himself the frag onto Drago, second time of asking. Winghaven picks himself up a one-man. Rockit have actually got 3 frags on this little push with not long left till spawn, but the revives are in as well, and Dignitas recover nicely. 2 or 3 players still on that bottom level. Reload's got to hold the flag for 2 seconds. Can he do it? Yes, he can! Great work from Reload. Literally blocking the door, saying, "You shall not pass." Didn't have the big wand of Gandalf, but it had the same effect. That is first stage held onto. As the Allies now must regroup and push forward. Winghaven's going to make his way in along the top. Isn't going to get far as Ferris claims himself a frag. Mies is there. Mouse will push up the stairwell with a nade. Rockit need to collect the flag first and foremost, or dynamite the bottom, which will secure them the flag as well. Matthews with it. Frag. Dynamite went yellow, but won't be going red anytime soon. 12 minutes and 12 seconds to go. A good first start from Dignitas, and confidence may be returning. At the risk of repeating myself, the idea of playing Supply Depot against Knight, any team he's ever been in, is not one that I think anyone should be taking. And it's been proven, and every time this LAN they've played Supply Depot, they've won it, be it against teams of low seed or teams of high seed. To make odds even, and Yo-Yo Tech have fallen by the wayside on this map to Dignitas. That was seeds number 4 and 3. In fact, placings number 4 and 3. Will it be the decision that lifts Dignitas to potentially position 1? Or will I be proven wrong and it'll be that keeps them at second? VT tournament's panned out nicely this event. Yo-Yo Tech have taken 4th. It's a position of comfort for the former Impact Gaming side who enjoy 4th place. They've taken it 3 times. 3 times. And then 3rd place taken by To Make Odds Even, who are also have made a big impact on this tournament with their performances over the past few days, in particular relegating Dignitas to the loser bracket. As Rockit now make their way in down the bottom, Clown's going to put a dynamite in, and Xylos' triple rifle nade, double rifle combined with a Garand does the job, and the 4 bunker is planted, and Rockit, after 4.5 minutes, are threatening. Will they get the defuse? They did earlier on. Drago gets himself a frag. Mattias is in a gunfight, and the dynamite has 15 seconds left to go when Drago puts his pliers to the job. Can anyone stop him? There is no one looking for it, but the Allies have grabbed the flag. No one saw that one coming. They were all pushed out up the top, whilst the dynamite goes down up top. Rockit look like they're going to hold this flag unless Reload can go absolutely massive. He makes his way through, and in the end, Mattias is self-killed. There's still Reload out there, I think. Nope. Yes, he is. down in the end by Mouse.
Dynamite planted.
And dynamite is planted. Momentary respite to remind you that this tournament is brought to you by Intel on Quad V, on PCs provided by the good guys over at DreamHack. Rifle is launched over the back. Drago there. The sky is red with fire as Drago is dropped. And Knight strikes! Where he came from, nobody knows. But the Mystery T claims both that and the flag. He is the most annoying player in the world to play against. But if you have him on your team, more times than not, you will win. Knight, who has won everything there is to be won in this game, who is the most successful player ever to play this game, has just turned the game around. There was a dynamite down on the depot gate. There isn't anymore. You don't play Dignitas on this map. You just don't do it. And that's why. But Rockit have turned things around here. Reload gets a rifle for his troubles, as the Axis, though, have claimed that 4 bunker with 17 seconds and a dynamite to defuse. Knight drops down. Looks like he's going to get it. No! Clown's grenade finishes off the job. Reload can't get the revive. And finally, wait, no more engineers. Finally, the first stage is over. But are you not entertained? 8 minutes and 5 to go. As Rockit continue their assault. Now, where's the dynamite in there on that depot gate you saw? It doesn't look like it's going to get on. Mies has to settle for a Gib on reload, who's already been killed by one of his teammates. Now it's Ferris making his way across. Winghaven is going to make his way over towards the command post any second now. Drago and Matthias both look to make something happen for themselves as Knight now will push along. It's going to be reload to get in the groove. So Winghaven will make his way across. Mies is there. Ferris and Knight both get themselves to frag. Mouse and Clown in on the action. And Rockit will get the command post, but look at that timer. The time is against them. They need to pick the pace up. They've got a Panzer to cover that dynamite. Will it be needed? Knowing Dignitas, they will probably try to get a defuse. And here they go. Oh, you heard the whine of the Panzer. Didn't do its job. Knight is also in there, and I do not believe it. But he's going to do it again. We may as well just call him Mr. Pliers, as he takes out that next dynamite with relative ease. Dignitas hold on to this main stage once again. Ferris picks up an MP40 frag for his troubles. 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go. So dynamite goes down on the East Depot wall. Dignitas may not have been the well-oiled machine that keeps people from ever making it past the first stage that they once have, or that they have done many times, but they most certainly are a team that are winning this map because they played it so much. They know every nook and cranny. They know exactly what to do. And oh, they have Knight. Right now, it's pretty much Knight versus Rockit. Few other players like Reload, they chime in with a frag when they can be bothered. But Knight is up to it, is doing everything. 5 minutes and 20 to go. Dynamite is planted. And he's just so used to being unopposed as he goes in for these defuses. But he will get a revive. They need to stay on this landmine. Rifle nade pinged in. Ferris is the human shield. And there's the defuse once again. Rockit just cannot catch a break. They got 5 frags. They'll get another dynamite down. But And Knight, yes, he's killed and he's gibbed. That means this dynamite can officially blow. Mies is watching. He fears for Drago. That's what he's looking for. And he gets the frag, and he gets the gib. Good work, Mies. He waited and waited and waited. They all ran past him, but I think that's the first time you can say that Mies showed his gaming maturity, as he just waited and didn't take the easy shot. He took the hardest, but it was the most important one.
The truck is past the second barrier.
Reload and Ferris both get themselves a frag. Knight is going to battle it out with Xylos. As Dignitas are... To say they're in control of this map would be an understatement. But I think we're going to get ourselves a full hold. Knight nades over the top. Dynamite planted on the west depot wall. Dignitas will retreat up top.
Protect the gold.
3:33 on the clock left as Mies will nade on up. Matthias is down. Gets himself picked off. And here we go with Mies making his way through. The Allies breach that depot wall. Oh, Xylos! He does an evil as he rifles through the top gate and takes down his teammate, albeit Evil had a Panzer, but there are 3 Dignitas players, 4 paroling that top level. Clown's not going to be much of a match for them. Mouse is there. Ferris picks up an MP40 frag onto Clown. 2:55. Xylos is down and out. Winghaven makes his way through. Mies is on the prowl. 2:40 on the board. Dignitas know that they're looking good. Mies is just getting such a rub of the green with these frags. He's made himself look right at home at this tournament. But he can't get out of that little corner. Here we go. Matches MP40 frag drops 1. Knight is going to get the give as Winghaven couldn't quite save his teammate. But he and Mouse are now combining, and Matthias will be dropped as Winghaven will have loved that frag, but Matthias will be loving the clock. 2 minutes and 10 to go. Winghaven runs into Ferris. Drago's up here as well. This isn't quite as easy as it may look. Mouse does make it look a little bit easier. Gets himself the frag and now is going to try and claim that gate, that window. Mies is down there to stop any power on the construction. Drago hits the big Panzer. And Knight is going to come up top to be annoying, and he does exactly that. Clown gone. Knight drops down. Makes his way through to pick up the frag onto Mouse and Mies. Mouse gets 2 frags, Xylos gets a rifle. And Dignitas are going to be breached by this truck, but if they stop it once for 30 seconds, they'll get the full hold. Ferris does stop it. This is going to be really tight. I think Dignitas are going to get themselves a full hold here on supply. Mouse has just been taught a lesson by about the only player who can go head-to-head with him when it comes to aiming ability. As Winghaven makes his way across. Reload sits tight. Drago is there. Knight will make his way through as a nade is pinged over the top. Clown going to work as he makes his way through now. It will be the 3 players just edging their way towards us as Reload and Knight pick up 4 frags between the 2 of them, and we're going to have a full hold. And that is going to be the game. Reason Gaming have just picked up a map, I believe, against Power Gaming in the Call of Duty semi-final. Reason probably the underdogs for that one, so very interesting. 13-11 to Reason. It was the last round. Unbelievable. Just so you're aware, guys, there are a million different streams you can watch for this one. You've got the ET here, of course. With ET, you've got GamesTV.org. You can tune in and watch the ET TV for, but don't leave us because that would just hurt us. You've then got, on the Call of Duty stream, you've got Vital and Ustream available. And looking at those stats, Ferris again, bottom fragger, or bottom damage given for Dignitas. Rockit, a spread of 1900 between Mouse and Xylos. Clown and Winghaven not so good. Mies, again, I'll say it, he slotted into this team like a round peg in a round hole. But I go back to Rocket's decision to pick this map. I'm going to ask Yo-Yo Tech, why did you pick Frostbite against Rockit, against Dignitas earlier on? Why didn't you pick Supply? Yo-Yo Tech said they didn't pick Supply for this very reason, that they would have gotten knighted. And that's why you just don't do it. It's just not right. This map is actually set in Estonia. I know it's sunny and they don't get the sun in Estonia, but this is a map set there, I think. 3, 2, 1. We are away for map 2.
Capture the forward bunker.
Dignitas go through. Now, to be fair to Rockit, their defense shouldn't be half bad either, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Frag after frag, heavy hit after heavy hit. Dignitas take the first stage in 22 seconds. Count them. 1, 2.
Dynamite planted.
There was no reply. Winghaven, Clown, Mouse, and Xylos all went down.
Dynamite planted.
Meaning one must have spawned back, I guess. Well, yeah, he didn't even get a chance to get to the gate to get involved. So, this one, if it goes to a decider, you've got a map pool of Frostbite, Radar, and Gold Rush.
Firing for effect.
Radar. Radar for Dignitas or Gold for Rockit is the call from Ross. Problem is, Ross, Knight wanted to pick Gold Rush against them, but he couldn't because they'd already picked it. In the map pool discussion earlier, Knight wanted Gold Rush before Adicor said, you can't pick it. Dignitas lose 3 men. Not to say that it's impossible to claim back 15 minutes on this last stage, but it's unlikely. Even Zarenda doesn't think that Clown's going to bail his team out of this one. A shake of the head. Zarenda's cheering on Dignitas or Rockit? Dignitas, he stabbed Clown in the back. But, well, that's what you get when you leave VIB. Here we go. Matthias and Ferris pick up a frag each. Mies and Clown both in the mixer. And here we go. Winghaven on the prowl. As Knight will make his way down the tunnel. Looking around as a landmine for Drago who goes for it. Command post has been destroyed, now needs constructed as the dynamite goes down on the main entrance. And I believe I saw someone wielding a tactical nuke. So we'll see whether he's needed. It's Matthias looking at that dynamite now. He holds firm. Oh, where's he going? Out in the open he goes. Gets himself the frag on the Winghaven. He'll have enjoyed that one. As they go through, it will now be a question of can they pick it up. Mouse's grenade takes it down, but the fact that Dignitas have got through the first 2 stages in 3 minutes means that this game will be over in 3 more minutes because there are only 2 more stages left to go.
Dynamite planted.
If you believe that logic, at least. We are ready to go. Matches picks himself up a Thompson frag. Reload will go for it. Mies and Mouse are there. With 11 minutes and 15 to go. Got to be thinking about that decider map. So Dignitas will go for it. Knight is ready to go. Ferris is on the prowl down at the bottom of the tunnel as Reload gets himself another frag. Here comes Mouse. Just taking all the fun out of this map. So good on defense and so good on offense. How dare they? Winghaven Sportfire connecting with his teammates as well. At least with team kills, Rockit are trying to make this one at least entertaining. Silas is concerned for someone following him. He sees Matthias and nades Matthias. That was pretty simple. You're going nowhere. As Knight will make his way with that rifle primed. And 3 players will make their way in towards the stairwell now. There's Mouse and Clown at least on the top of that stairwell. Probably Xylos as well. Mies is gone. East Depot wall is gone as well. Sorry, the west is gone. There's Knight. Locks and loads. He and Xylos will trade blows, but neither of them land the frag. Ferris is now looking to go for it. Drago is on the prowl. And here we have Matthias going through. Looks like Winghaven's going to push forward. And Rockit are in total control of this one at the moment. Sorry, Dignitas are in total control of this one at the moment. And Rockit are struggling. Knight gets himself 3 frags as Dignitas take total control and get themselves the control, the crane controls also. And things are looking good if you're a Dignitas fan, of which this crowd is. They don't look happy about it though. People, not to inflate Ross and Toxic's ego any higher, but people like cheering for Yo-Yo Tech for some reason. Rana doesn't seem happy that he's cheering for Dignitas. As Rockit picked themselves up a handful of frags, but Ferris died in the back of that truck, meaning it's moved a fair few inches. Haven is going to go down, and it will be Rockit to either hold on to that truck for 8 minutes, which would be a world record and actually impossible to do against Knight, or Dignitas will take this game and will go to a decider. It is the CC6 final all over again. They may as well just call it now. Though I don't think that'll be too popular a decision. Rockit picked themselves up 4 frags. We're looking good. With Mouse on the prowl. Xylos gets himself a rifle nade. Reload has got himself 1 more. Xylos claims himself a grenade frag as Knight gets in on the action. And this is a struggle for Rockit to keep themselves up for 7 more minutes. And Silas and Knight both get themselves a frag. Mies and Clown chime in with 1, but Knight walks under the end of Clown's MP40 thinking he was about to start something special. Well, Rockit will be thinking, well, if we could just keep doing this, then we'll pull it off. Easy. But 1 slip and that truck is already at the main gate. 6:50 the time. Mouse and Mies both at the double, pick Rockit up 3 frags. Squall down. Reload and Knight both at the double. Matches gets himself a Thompson frag, and here we go. Xylos, Mies, all at the double. It's Knight with 2 frags that Mies has to reload to finish off. He just couldn't quite spit out those bullets fast enough. Mouse gets revived, and Rockit will start believing. They'll start thinking, we held for, what, 3 minutes at this stage? What's another 3? And what's another 3 after that? It ain't gonna happen. Particularly as that truck has just moved in front of the East Depot wall. But they'll go onward regardless. As we have Matches now on the prowl. Mies is down. Mattis' Thompson frag combined with reload kept himself a couple of frags, and the truck moves a couple of inches. Mattis is going to be getting a grenade frag onto Winghaven. Looking good for Rockit at the moment. Sorry, for Dignitas at the moment, but slow and hard work. This truck has not moved easily. It's taken a double rifle from Knight to do its job, to move it another inch. This truck just will not move. Must be a Ford. As Mouse and Reload will exchange frags. Knight gets himself the rifle frag onto Xylos. He and Drago come around the back. Knight takes down one of his teammates, but he's pretty much just fragging anything that moves at the moment. Finally dropped by Clown, but Clown won't have had much health left. And that truck is now at main, and all guns are trained on it. And credit to Rockit, this is probably the best truck defense you'll ever see against a team like Dignitas. But it's going to require Jesus connecting to the service, I think. And last time I checked, Jesus was busy, because we asked him to be our special guest for the award ceremony. In goes Ferris. Clown will put him down. All guns trained on that main entrance as the FFE is there. Knight gets a rifle, and that truck must have moved a little bit. Mies has got the Panzer for some reason. Does he know how to use it? We're about to find out. Apparently he does know how to use it, says Ross. Here we go. He does, ish. He's as good as Hummel with it, at least. As he gets himself a push forward now. And the truck has made its way out the gate and up the hill. And with 4 minutes to go, not going to be held any longer. Rockit have given it all they had, and it wasn't enough. They'll look to their terrible first stage defense. They'll look to their inability in the second stage, but really there's only one way they should be looking. Knight. He's the one who did what he did. 55 frags, almost 8,000 damage given, albeit out-damaged by Mouse. Mouse, 8,700 damage, spread down to Clown on 5,500. That's a hell of a spread. The same one down to Ferris, who is not at the races.